All right, hello everybody, welcome back. We have another VOD review. This is a repeat VOD review. This time, last time they were a gold Emma. Now we are Plat 1 Emma. And they said, this game was fine until I couldn't communicate with my tank anymore about Magic and Spider-Man. And I was ping-ponging to the front and back line. I'd like to know if this is more of a support issue or a peeling issue. All right, so... now we're definitely getting into the ranks where we hopefully know our character a lot more, and now it's more about like applying that and figuring out how it meshes with our teammates. So we're going to focus mostly on that. I'm going to skip over the normal stuff. But now we really have to pay attention to who our other tank is and how we're doing. Also, the person's in chat if they want to talk, so that'll make it easier. So you have a mag on your team. Emma Mag work very well together. I think both of them can peel and both of them can frontline. Personally, this is my take. I think Mag is actually better at peeling than Emma for the most part. So when I play Emma, I would prefer to let the Mag do it, but it depends on how they're playing and we make it work. So let's see. Let's try to learn right away what's going on. Okay, let's get the charge. Oh boy. Yay, bots are back. Okay, I see we're already, we're using our shield. I don't really like the way we're using it as much. Okay, we're definitely being like, way too aggressive with Diamond Form. I'd be real careful with this. Okay, pull our shield back. We gotta pull the shield back, because now we don't have it. Okay, stand. Good. Use cover. Oh no 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 no. Oh no 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 no. Okay, so there's a lot we can talk about here. So we're still getting used to our abilities. I think you're still too heavy on Diamond Form to actually like secure kills. You have 100 charge here, and I can definitely already feel that you're very conscious about switching. So what I would do as Emma is I would make the decision for your mag, and I would just frontline. I would sit here and I would put so much pressure back here by shooting squishies when I have the option and forcing tanks back. Like you almost killed the Emma here, right? So just stay here. Just stay here. And like hold cover right here and like put out pressure. And then if people in the backline, if you do see your mag like next to you and he's still frontlining and your backline's taking damage and dying for it, then I would make the decision to switch, right? And then there's of course like little things. Obviously, like with Diamond Form, specifically with Magic, it's pretty tough. But since we're both peeling here, the enemy tanks, they're just pushing up and up and up, and we're giving up so much space. Nice. I'd ult. Yeah, I'd ult here. Go for it. I'd still ult. This would still be a fine ult. Okay, now. Not as good, a little bit late, and oh, we gotta stay inside of our sports. Whoa, shield. Ah, that's all right. A little bit late on the ult, not bad. But yeah, I can feel. You can already tell, like you're so confused on what you should do. Do I frontline or do I peel? Do this, and the number in this scenario, I think the right answer is to hold forward. But the number one thing that I want you to do. I was afraid of Mag shield blocking ult. So Mag shield only lasts 3 seconds. And yours lasts 8 or 10, I think. So let's look. I guess it only lasts 6. 6 seconds. So you still get 3 seconds unabated, right? But Mag shield doesn't fully cover it, and what you can do is, since I'm already suggesting that you stay on the front line anyway, if you're preparing to ult, you can actually stand up here and you can beam down mag. And you can force that shield out and force out the bubbles. Then you can ult. You can do the same thing with Groot. You beam down Groot, you force out the iron wall, you break the iron wall, then you do it. Right? It's a good idea to get mag shield first generally, but even if he blocks here, everyone is still back up and scatter. Right. So again, like, you guys lost a lot of momentum and a lot of space from all the shenanigans that happened earlier. So the main reason that I would have ulted here is not to like secure a kill. It's actually to get space. If you ult right here, you push them back, maybe the magic dies, but at the very least, they have to respect it and back up. Like, the mag has to bubble himself, and then he has to back up here and shield his supports. And while you guys are doing that, you can push forward. Your team gets the space to get out of here and hopefully recover long enough for your invis to get back. That's like why I'm kind of trying to hold there. Does that make sense? Here it's a bit too late, but yeah. Yeah, you get it? Perfect. I just feel like I have such a hard time over-explaining, and then people are like, yeah, got it. Since it's not a damage ult much, yeah. There are scenarios where you can get kills with it, but like, it just doesn't happen very often. Alright, I think you made the right decision here. I think you were, let's see. I think your team's a bit too late. We don't have a support ult. They have all the momentum, right? So I think right here, I'm just going to make a read of your head. Or you're like, you know what? I'm actually not going to push. You look over and you're like, this is probably not worth it. But then your magic ults, and then you're like, okay, I guess we are trying. At this point, like, yeah, just let it go. They are, dude. It just keeps going. I didn't even see any phrases for that one, so I might have to add more phrases. So you say failed to touch, though. I think it's better to just not touch, and because if we don't touch there, now we actually have a fight here. And I know you've probably been on the other side of this where you're attacking and they're holding here. It's actually, this is a pretty hard spot to like push through. So fighting here is much better than trying, dying, and now they get the spot for free. And before you guys have a fight, they're probably going to get all the way around the rock too before you guys have a fight. Let's just see. Yeah. Still don't have a fight. Still don't have a fight. It's all the way past the rock. Yeah. So that's why sometimes it's better to just like let it go. I was playing Gambit and the DPS complained that I held ult. Oh lord. There's no strange port or anything else coming, so it's even better to hold off. Yeah. Okay, here it looks like you're deciding. Again, seeing how passive this mag is, that tells me that like, yeah, I'm gonna be holding the front line. Oh, I got cut off. I forgot what I was saying. So in this scenario, what I want you to do is I want you to just pick one. Just pick one. Like, go all in. I'm going to peel. I'm going to stand next to my supports. I'm going to sit there. When a magic dies them, I'm going to go in diamond form and I'm going to choke them. I'm going to get it done, and then I will go to the front line, right? And then if you pick one and it's not working, I want you to full switch to the other one. Full switch. And like give it 100%, because switching back and forth between like, oh, I'm kind of frontlining here, okay, now I'm kind of peeling here, it's going to, not only is it going to like not work very effectively, but it's also going to confuse your other tank, right? So I prefer if you just pick one, stick with it, and then like make it work. And then if it's clearly not working, then pick the other one and just stick with it. It's so much better. And then while you're doing that, you're also going to get a feel of like, you're going to get a feel of what you like to do more and what you're better at and what you can work on, right? I feel like a lot of this is just caused by the miscommunication between you and your mag. Okay, we're down a cloak. Oh, we gotta get out. Yeah, okay.
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
He wouldn't answer me in chat either. Yeah, I don't. For what it's worth, I don't either. I don't even bother. I just do it based off how they play. So. Yeah, we're full on giving up the front. There's no pressure up front. That's so sad. But this is also why I say like Mag is better at peeling than Emma, because like Emma, the one thing that I guess the two things that she has to help with peeling is like Diamond Form Grab, which has a really long cooldown. It's got 18 seconds. And then the other thing is she has a lot of damage, right? Mag has push, he has damage, he has bubble, and he has shield. He has 4 things, where Emma only has 2. Also, all of those cooldowns for him are like a lot lower, right? Now he's Groot. It seems like he's trying to peel against Magic Spidey, which I don't get. Yeah, that's pretty bad. But like we can't control our teammates. So I'd much prefer you just hold the front line. And like the weird thing that's going to happen, I don't really have an example right here, but what happens if you hold the front line as Emma right here? So actually this is pretty good, right? So Spidey and Magic, especially Spidey, he can't stay in for very long. He's going to start taking damage and then he either has to get healed or get out. If we're holding the front line here, now he can't get healing because you're going to kill the supports if they get close as Emma, right? So that shortens the time that Spidey can spend back here, and it helps your team out more than you turning around actually does. Magic can stay in longer, but the same principle applies. And that's just talking about the healers, not even the added benefit of like Mag bubbling one of the divers, like Emma ulting and like putting pressure out here. So I want you to think of like peeling as I'm gonna hold the front line. Like, especially if you're going to play Emma. I feel like I'm really hammering this point down, but, like, it's so important. Don't go out. Don't go out. Wait. Okay, now you have a Punisher ult. Just ult. Yeah, just go for it. You have to. Good. Nice. Just focus on him. Not bad. Okay, bring your shield back. Oh, don't stand over here. Okay, we're good. I mean, I know we have Diamond Form, but scary. All right, now we got to get our charge back. We've good. I feel like we're still too reliant on shield. We put up our shield so we can stand in the middle of the walkway. I'd rather you save your shield for a specific purpose and stand near the wall. By the way, anyone here interested in Minecraft server mods and everything? Yeah, we'll get it up and running at some point for sure. I need to talk to my Minecraft friend. Minecraft. Okay, not a bad shield, but it doesn't really do anything because you're not in the position. Minecraft. You're not in the position. You don't have full charge to take advantage of that shield. So they can kind of just break it. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is so unfortunate. I assume an attempt to block off healing for the Groot would be my guess. Yeah. Yeah, so far, like, the majority of the problems in this game are just coming from giving up the front line in order to try to peel. Oh, no. Yeah. Not your job. You gotta understand, like, what your job is. Okay, now you have a Venom. So now it's extra important to actually just ignore the people diving your backline. As weird as that sounds, I know it's like we want to help our supports. No. If you have a Venom, now you can really put pressure back here and, like, you know, Uno reverse it, right? Now you can be putting pressure on their supports while they have a Venom diving, and then all of a sudden you have one magic in your backline fighting a 1v4 while you and Venom are up front pushing here. Like, that's just a winning recipe for your team. Okay, let it go. Let it just let it go. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, we're so concerned. I feel like magic is a better enemy to grab because Spidey's only consistent to grab if he grabs does support. Absolutely, for sure. Okay, good. We bring the shield back. All right, Emma's used diamond form. I was concerned because the supports were melting. Yeah, it's just one of those scenarios where, like, as in no bubble or shield. Yeah, so it's a tough scenario, but okay, here's the thing. Let me break it down like this, right? Okay, so let's assume in this case your supports are melting and they're going to die. Now, you've been peeling pretty heavily and giving up the front line, right? Has that stopped them from dying and made it to where you guys have won fights? So far, the answer has been no, right? So, since we're doing that, it's just a matter of like what Emma does, right? So, I would argue that the greater chance for success is to actually just pressure the front line of the enemy team and even some of their backline in the way that Emma does from the front, and that will give you a better chance of success. Now, it's not just going to be, I'm going to push forward and my supports will stop dying. You're going to run into games where your supports are still just bad, your DPS are bad, that even though you're doing a lot up front, you still lose, right? So it's not a, this is now solved and I'm not going to lose games like this, right? You're still, sometimes your supports are just outclassed by the enemy dive. But what I'm arguing is going to give you a better chance of success by letting your supports and your DPS deal with what's going on in your backline as Emma and just focus the front. Does that make sense? And I know it's tough. It's like, it doesn't feel good to just be like, all right, guys, good luck in the backline. But that's the way Emma does things. That works better, it seems. Yeah. Yeah. I'm not accomplishing anything in the VOD. Right. And it's... Yeah. Emma's also much... people always say like, oh, they have dive, go Emma. And I don't think it's true. It's just plain not true. Yeah, here we're very lost in the sauce. I feel like the only reason we're lost is the sauce because so much has been going on in our backline this game. Yeah. Oh. We're so lost. Yeah, I don't even know if, like... I don't know if there's too much more to be, like, gained from this. Oh. Nice! Okay, got some good instincts. Now they've already used Mag and Cloak ult. You guys are winning that fight. As far as, like, a trade goes. But then, right there. Oh, sorry, BRB. No worries, no worries. You do your thing. There'll always be the video. Yeah, we'll kind of speed through this because it's all like the same problem. It basically comes down to F them kids, right? Like, let your supports die. Oh, get him. Nice. We're making some good plays. Oh, killer instinct. There you go. Yeah, I've never gotten go Emma against dive. At least in my experience, full dive is her weakest matchup. I think she does well against dive tanks, I think. So like Venom, Hulk, sometimes Cap, depending on how the Cap plays. But definitely not dive DPS. I feel like that's a common like idea people have. Maybe it's more of like a, I don't know, Diamond GM idea that people have. Emma's good against pseudo dive DPS like magic. Yeah, I don't mind magic as much. Especially because of how magic's ult works. And like how her ult and Emma's ult interact, for sure. We're so lost. This is so sad. Is this VOD review or guess the rank? This is a VOD review. We'll do this last one and then we'll jump over to guess the rank. We're just kind of going fast because we've already identified like the big problem. This is Plat 1. Almost diamond. They said this game they're not hitting like the regular problems that they used to have. This is like special, and I feel like we've already figured out what it is. So Emma's ult does counter magics really well. She also is a lot easier to crystal or grab than someone like Spidey or BP. Yeah, she's not as fast. Plat 1. Yep, Plat 1. Oh yeah, do not walk over to that edge. Okay. So the reason this is working better on attack than defense is like the reverse, right? Because now you are kind of helping with the dive, but we're not overcoming the dive. Really what's happening is Venom has, your other tank has completely given up on peeling, which is, again, the right scenario. And he's putting so much pressure back here that they can't help their divers and now they're dead. No, I mean, in this scenario, they probably just went too deep. But that's been what's going on. I don't think Emma's bad against the true dive DPS. Well, she's not bad. That's true. I should be careful with my words. But yeah, she's not as good as people say. She's not like the answer, right?
Don't mess with the amazing Spider-Man.
That's a wasted diamond form. Yeah. We just get lost in the sauce. I mean, there's a lot of like micro mistakes we can go over, but none of that really matters if we don't know like our responsibility. Emma's responsibility is front line and like exert so much pressure on the front that you can really steamroll. And like your responsibility is not to turn around and like help with the Spidey unless the Spidey's like ulting. It's much more beneficial to like hold that front line and get pressure on the front. So anyway, I hope this helps. I'm sorry you had to leave for the video, but that's okay. No worries. I'll upload it. So anyway, for YouTube, that's going to do it for that. If you guys like, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And take care. Merry Christmas. God bless. Catch you next time. Bye.